It's hard to believe that Jordan Spieth is still only 21 years of age. A contender at this year's Masters, a Ryder Cup star, and a young man with maturity and poise, according to his final round partner at Augusta.
When you look at Jordan Spieth, he's a young talent, great player, and he seems like a veteran, you know, because he's been playing the PGA Tour, it seems like, as an amateur since he was like 15, I think, 14 maybe. So he's been out here, he knows what to expect, but watching him play at the Masters, obviously, you know, he was playing great enough to win. I just somehow beat him, but he showed a lot of poise, showed a lot of talent, showed that he's going to be here for many, many years. He's going to play at a high level year after year, and so when you look at him, I see a veteran. I don't really see the young kid that everybody sees. I see a great player that's way beyond his years.
Spieth has been marked out as a special talent for some time. The only multiple US amateur champion apart from Tiger Woods. He won his first PGA Tour title in 2013 and is firmly established in the world's top 20 and playing in the premier tournaments.
It's really nice to be in these tournaments and to have my world ranking high enough to get to play against these players week in and week out, not have to worry about working your way into scheduling. I can kind of pick a schedule ahead of time. So that part I get to kind of pinch myself here and there and say, how did this run, you know, get here so quickly? But now it's about keeping myself in this position. In the last 2 years, with, you know, the way the world rankings are, I had no divisor. Now I do, so I have to, you know, work really hard and have a great year in order to keep myself up there and continue to play against the best players in the world and have a chance to win tournaments like these or majors.
Born and bred in Texas, Jordan's talent was recognized and nurtured by his father from a young age.
He gave me my first plastic set when I was 2 years old in the front yard, but he never pushed me. He never, if anything, he would have wanted me to play professional baseball over golf. I mean, that's what he did in college, so, which was nice. You know, I got to fall in love with the game on my own. He gave me everything. My parents gave me everything I needed, the facilities and the time to fall in love with the game or do whatever I wanted, really.
Spieth's swing is classically simple, unsurprising when you discover who he models his game on.
And Adam Scott was my favorite player growing up, and when I was 12, 13, 14 years old, and he was a young guy on tour. He was the guy who I wanted to kind of have his game and kind of the way he was on and off the course. He's just kind of a cool character. He had obviously he has one of the best swings in all of the game. I just kind of liked the way he handled himself and kind of the confidence that he showed, but still the calmness in the big moments. So just wanted to emulate his golf swing, to be honest with you. And I can't, but I try and get as close as I can.
That's starting to show my age then, certainly. Goodness, yeah, which is great too. I like Jordan so much. I think he's a really classy young man and playing so good. So hopefully he had similar good things to say then.
For Spieth, 2014 has not been marked by tournament victories, but it has produced some major highlights.
I'd say Augusta and the Ryder Cup would tie. Both incredible experiences. Augusta obviously being, such, an individual event, one that I've always dreamt of winning, but the Ryder Cup being right up there in the same category and just getting to hit those first tee shots in an away game, and everyone was so respectful over there, and it was so cool. The Ryder Cup was something else. There's nothing that I could have talked to anybody beforehand to prepare me for that, and it was just there were more nerves on that first tee shot than there were Sunday on the final group at Augusta with Bubba. So, to be honest with you, that was those two moments really stand out. I mean, it was a year where I improved from the year before, and that's what I hope to do year in and year out, is just get a little better each year.
Spieth is a fine match player and had an excellent record at the 2011 Walker Cup. Still, his Ryder Cup partnership with Patrick Reed flourished beyond all expectations, except perhaps their own.
We were a great match for a best ball team. I mean, statistically, we went down to the details and figured out that we're both top 10 around in birdies each year. His strengths are on par fives and par threes, mine are par fours and par threes. So we figured we may be able to ham and egg it really well. We just trusted the system, and didn't really matter who we were playing against. We didn't really care. We were just going to trust each other, and worked out really well for us. It was a great pairing that hopefully we can do for a lot of years here.
having Jordan, who's a little bit more even-keeled guy, and me, I'm kind of the guy that, you know, let's go, let's get fired up. And I felt like once we got out there, we both were playing really well. I was able to fire him up and get him going even more, and he was able to kind of bring me back when I needed to get brought back a little bit, and it just seemed to work out extremely well. And you know, when both of us were playing well and both of us had nothing to lose, and we wanted to go out there and prove to everybody that, you know, the rookies can go get the job done, and you know, we were able to go do that.
They're young, but they're veterans. You know, they understand the game. They understand how to play the game. They understand how to score. And so, but Jordan, gritty competitor, always going to fight no matter if he's down or he's up. He's always going to keep fighting. You can't tell if he's losing or winning. You know, he's just, even when he hits a shot 15 feet, he might show some anger. You know, he expects better. But you know, no, he's a great kid and a great talent of golf. And so when he's playing, you know, it's always highlights to watch.
For now, Spieth is the youngest Masters runner-up in history, but we suspect he'll be setting a few more records in the majors in years to come.